Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I would like to share with you guys about the concept of dharma and its significance in our day-to-day life. Stay tuned and watch this video till the end. If you are born in a Hindu family, the chances are very high that you might have heard this word many times in your life. Personally, I heard it many times since my childhood, especially in Mahabharata. When I was a kid, I didn't really care about the word dharma. Growing up, I got confused with it. Now, in the lockdown last year, when I was watching Mahabharata randomly, I came across this word again. Then I wondered what is this word? What does it mean? Why does everyone keep referring to it all the time in our history? Then I started a tiny research about it, referring to many sources available on the internet, because it was in my head for a long period of time and this time I wanted to clear it. After referring to many resources, initially I thought that everyone was giving their own version of definitions, but then I came across one particular concept which gave me clarity. After getting that clarity, when I referred back to earlier definitions, even though their style of delivery was different, but everyone were talking about the same conclusion. So what were they saying? Let me conclude it this way. Dharma means law of cosmos. What is cosmos? Cosmos means everything. When I say everything, it's absolutely everything. Humans, animals, bacteria, air, water, fire, space, galaxy, solar system, other invisible forces, everything. So this is cosmos. Then what is its law? Cosmos have a system, or rather cycle. Everything you should do should be for the well-being of that cycle. Now let's say you're doing something, it's only good for you but not for the system, then at least it should not be bad for the system. I hope you're clear as of now. Here comes the most difficult part, deciding on what is good and what is not good for the system. This is we call as ethical conflict or ethical dilemma in our planet, but in general or in broader sense it is called as cosmic dilemma. Throughout our history, especially in Hindu tradition, whatever wars have happened, especially revolved around this very concept called dharma. Who is right, who is wrong, what is dharma, what is adharma, etc. But when it comes to Mahabharata, it goes to extremes. That is why this tale is special in our history. In Mahabharata, everyone had their own understanding of universe. Some believed that their wrongs were actual dharma, and others, even though they were aware of what is dharma, they continued to do adharma, thinking that they are kings and who will question them. I mean, you literally need to scratch your head deciding on who is good and who is not. Even though our modern day serials made it look one-sided, in reality it is very, very complex. For example, Karna from Mahabharata is a powerhouse. When you're trying to understand his dharma, if you start with the question whether he was right or wrong, you will never find a correct answer. You should ask whether he was capable of being right. If yes, then have he been like that throughout? Obviously no, because he became the reason for Duryodhana's rampage. He believed that sticking to his promise for friend is his dharma, but he compromised on cosmic law because Duryodhana was full of adharma. Karna, despite being capable, never really understood the dharma until Krishna teaches him the lesson before he died. Same goes for Bhishma as well. This man lived almost 500 years on this planet, equally a powerhouse, but he too did the same mistake as Karna, that is, sticking to his promise. If he had broke that promise considering the well-being of society, story would have been different. So dharma is never a generalized statement like killing is bad, kindness is everything, etc. Let's say if you killed a guy who was about to kill 1,000 people, it is not a dharma. You sat in a bus and a pregnant woman came in. You given your seat to her. Okay, good. Giving seat to pregnant lady is dharma. Now when a old man without legs came in, does the earlier statement hold good? No. Respecting elders is dharma. Osama bin Laden is very elder to me. Now should I respect him? Respect is never earned by age. It is earned by several other factors like wisdom, knowledge, courage, etc. If a kid is national chess champion at the age of 5, don't you think you will respect him? So dharma should be seen on the case-to-case basis, and deciding on what is wrong and what is right is way too complex. You can understand it through correct exposure, experience and practice. Now before I conclude this video, either you follow dharma or not is secondary. At least knowing it is the first step you should do. I tried to provide you the same through this video. Hope you like this video, and if you like it, don't forget to share with others. Also hit that LSB buttons like subscribe and bell icon buttons so that you'll get instant notifications whenever I'm online. Thank you so much for watching.